Today we are rekindling the old feud between Flex James Lewis and Derek Lunsford. These two guys used to do battle on the 212 stage, or in the 212 division, on the Olympia stage rather. Now, Derek Lunsford did in fact go to the open class, and Flex James Lewis, now retired, he was supposed to do the same bloody thing. And he was always getting victories over Derek Lunsford, so kind of makes you wonder. If Flex Lewis did actually go up to the open class, would he have won the bloody Olympia? Now, this is their 212 versions. Now, watch this. That's right, guys. We have a photoshopped selection of all the poses for Flex James Lewis. So is this what he would look like in the open class? Wow. I don't know. Derek actually looks like he put on more mass. Maybe we could have stood to put more mass on Flex James Lewis. These pictures are brought to you by Photoshop Freelancer. I'll send you the link in the Instagram. He does great work, guys. Now, this is actually them on the same stage. So you can really gauge, guys, that Derek Lunsford, even way back in 2018, the guy meant business. The guy meant business as far as structure is concerned. Now, let's have a look at their open class. This is what we would have been seeing, guys. And like I said, James Lewis, he could have won the Olympia. If Derek Lunsford went up to the Open and he's placing second. But I don't know. Derek Lunsford looks pretty impressive. Let's go through the shots and I'll give you my opinion on this. And this is a photoshopped picture of Flex Lewis. Photoshop Freelancer did a really good job on this. It's not like huge differences. It's probably what we would have been seeing. And I wager to say that Flex Lewis, he has much more detail in this shot. I don't know if he's any wider. Derek Lunsford's very wide. Massive big quads on both of these two dudes. Now here is both of them on stage. And even using these two, you can see their wheels were a lot smaller. That's for sure in 212. But even this version, you can see, I would wager to say that Flex Lewis would get an edge. And when you go to the open class again, yes, of course. Flex James Lewis. He could have been the Olympia champion, guys. Let's turn to the side. And could Flex have been bigger? Looks like his legs are awful small in this comparison. Is that right? I don't know. Let's have a look at these guys side by side. Wow. Flex's wheels, they're, from the side, they look petite compared to Derek Lunsford. So yeah, that's funny. And look at Derek, how much smaller his upper body is. Wow. So when you do the, when you actually do the comparison, you can see that yes, in fact, Flex James Lewis's wheels would be a little bit smaller than Lunsford's if they were both competing in the open class, because they were that much smaller in the 212 division. Upper body wise, there's more detail, I think, for Flex, but Derek has mass. Look at that. I like Flex's arms, though. Definitely like Flex's arms. Let's have a look at the back. Interesting. I don't think that there's enough width for Flex James Lewis's back to compete against Derek Lunsford. Derek's conditioning is awesome. Look at that. Now, Flex Lewis, known for condition, and obviously Photoshop Freelancer didn't improve his condition. It's just the size. Now, look. You could see how small he was. See that? Give him his size back. So, yeah, was it that much of a difference? Let's have a look at Derek in 212. Now, back to open. Now, see, I think Flex might have even been bigger, because it seems to me that Derek put on a lot of size on that back. And again, here is them on stage together. And you know what? I'm not trying to ruffle any Flex Lewis fans, but I think Derek's back is better. Here's the rear double, and this is the photoshopped open class for Flex Lewis. He's just more narrow. I think Derek always had the capabilities of being an open class because of his width. I don't know if he's any taller. I think he's shorter. I think Flex Lewis is a little bit taller, but he stands a whole lot taller. So yeah, sizing can be a little bit difficult. But obviously, when you see them side by side on the stage, Flex, or Derek rather, he holds his legs a little bit straighter here back in 2018. So again, yeah, sizing can be a little bit difficult. His back, look at how wide his back is, guys. And ultimately, if we are doing the open class versus open class, I think Derek Lunsford is taking James Lewis. Look at James Lewis's triceps. You see that tricep sweep? That's very impressive. And not only that, the guy has some of the best forearms in the game. Forearms. You only have two. Here's the abs and thigh. James, he does not have the shape of Derek Lunsford. I honestly think that ultimately in 212, James Lewis had to stuck around 2019, 20, 21. Ultimately 21. I think Derek would have got him. I think for sure, guys, he's winning in the shape. And when they go up to the open class, I think maybe Derek was depleting more so than James Lewis. Hard to say, though. James Lewis, massive differences here, too. Look, here's the 212. And Derek's overall shape, so much different, guys. Wheel size, things of that nature. Back to the open class. Yes. James Lewis, I think he would lose the abs and thigh. I think without a doubt. He just does not have the ab separation. But then again, Derek Lunsford, he was no Frank Zane in the abs either. Or he is no Frank Zane, rather. But ultimately, guys, this is a nice front double comparison. Whether you use the open class or actually the 212 from 2021 for Derek versus, say, the 2018, I think Derek is winning that comparison as well as this one. I think his overall shape is better. Now, there is some points that I'd give to Flex Lewis. His arms look more separated. He has the forearms. Derek's arms are massive, though. They just don't have that separation. But you take a look at that vacuum shot, the midsection, the width, the structure. Derek Lunsford, open class defeats open class Flex James Lewis. Thank you, Photoshop Freelancer, for doing this one. And no knock against him. But honestly, I think that he could have even been bigger than this. So I guess the decision is still up in the air. But we will never know. Flex Lewis decided not to go. He's retired, guys. He's not coming back, and I'm sure he was watching the Olympia. Seeing Derek Lunsford play second had to make him think. Had to make him think, geez Louise, I could have won the Olympia. Hit thumbs up on the video, guys. A little bit of a fun one today. Don't take these too seriously, guys. They're just fun. They're for us bodybuilding nerds that love this sport and cannot get enough of it. Hit thumbs up, subscribe. Have a nice one.